Hi, Tom Stewart here. I'm with Allie Williamson, and we're here to talk a little bit about the ISSA show and convention in Las Vegas coming up here in just a few months in November. Hey, Allie, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Tom. I'm so excited, getting pumped up for the conference.
Yeah, it's going to be here before we know it. We were talking before we went live that we're getting ready for our fourth quarter planning, and it's hard to
Um,
imagine that we're at the fourth quarter.
It is crazy to think that I always say that Halloween and it's fall, y'all, is kind of a preview for the red carpet for all the holidays to roll in. Yeah, we're excited for Vegas, and what better way to end fourth quarter is by being around other like-minded business owners and all these amazing vendors and seeing how we can scale and do things differently in 2026, you know?
Yeah. So we're going to talk about the convention a little bit. We're going to talk about your presentation a little bit. But just to get us started, share with us a little bit about your story and how did you get in the house cleaning business and a little bit about your company.
Absolutely. As Tom mentioned, Allie Williamson, my title is actually Chief Executive Diva of Southern Domestic Diva. And my story actually started at the age of 9 years old. I had a crazy grandmother who was a cigarette smoker. So I don't know if we have any kids of the 80s, but they remember everybody was smoking in the cars and the kitchens, things of that nature. And she convinced me I was the very best cleaner there was. And that was by wiping nicotine off the walls. And so I literally fell in love with cleaning at 9 years old, cleaned through high school, cleaned through college. And so it was a given to get out of that corporate world, that cubicle, and start my own cleaning company. And so that's a lot about what I'm going to talk about it with ISA is my branding and social media. And basically by using that story of my grandmother teaching me how to clean, one of the favorite things that we always baked were Southern pecan pies. So Southern pecan pies became the trademark of my business. And it's really how I scaled my company from 300,000 to 4 million through marketing and branding through that. So I will actually be bringing some of the pies with me. I think we're going to ship them ahead of time. So that is something to look forward to at the ISA show. When you see the Diva, I should have some pies to share.
So you bake these pies yourself.
Well, we have someone who is a pie baker. In the beginning days of my company, I've had it for 11 years, full service cleaning company. I was up till midnight every night baking them and taking them to new clients or taking them to potential clients, things of that nature. But I'm not known as Allie Williamson in Nashville. I'm known as the Southern Diva with the pecan pies.
Okay. But you've outsourced the production of those pies.
Yes, I have outsourced them now. We probably bake around 20 pies a week. And even we have a branch in South Mississippi. We sell those at different markets and things like that.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it
So
just like really gives you a different perspective on cleaning to link someone in to be engaged with. A pecan pie holds a lot of tradition for a Southern woman, and it always relates back to grandparents. And I think that that's a big part of building a business, is having a story behind it. And so having that relatability of my grandmother and then the pie that has been so present for 11 years, it just goes with our brand.
I've heard people debate, is it pecan or pecan? So am
I'm
I
a
hearing
pecan girl, but I am from South Mississippi, so everything's got a few more syllables in it.
it you have two branches, correct?
Yes, yes. We have our Nashville branch in Nashville, Tennessee, and we do anything from residential, vacation rental, commercial, and we even got into construction cleaning. The last 3 years, I say that I traded in these stilettos for steel toe boots, and we got very humbled. And then we have a branch in Southwest Mississippi that I've had for the past 6 years, and we focus on residential and commercial there. So we're keeping the South alive over here with all the diva action.
That is awesome. So you're going to be talking about all that at the ISSA show, and that's going to be the education actually is the 10th through the 13th, and exhibits, the trade show floor opens on the 11th through the 13th. And um, if anybody's never been to this, you're really missing a treat. If you're running a cleaning business and you've never come to this show, do yourself a favor. register, come. You'll be able to hear Allie speak along with a long list of other presenters. And I've just pulled up speakers that are going to be speaking to in the residential track. But as you can see here, like Trent, he's awesome. He's got a lot of game. Uh, Danny, John's the attorney, covers legal stuff. Everybody knows Libby. Debbie Sardone, I mean, she's a brand in of herself. Um, so you're going to have speakers on Monday, Tuesday. Olu, love Olu. Well, I'm going to be speaking on Tuesday. Ali, you're going to be speaking on Wednesday, are you not?
Wednesday, yes, I am. Wednesday, I will be speaking on how I scaled my company to 4 million off grassroots social media and branding. So there you go. And you're telling me right now 2:30 to 3:30. And actually, I'm speaking on that Wednesday, and that will be where the classrooms are held. So anybody that's new to ISSA, I just want to say, a business owner operating for 11 years, I had never really been to this type of format, but the education is top notch. And so really looking at that schedule and planning where you want to be that Monday, you have no distractions because the actual showcase is not opened yet. So you can get all of your education in. And I'm saying, have a game plan. Actually, I got asked to do Monday, a residential roundtable, which I thought, being a residential business owner, cleaning business owner last year, was one of the most helpful and intuitive sessions that I attended. And so I would love to have you there and meet you if you are in that residential realm. And so that'll be actual roundtables where you divide off and you choose what roundtable and what speaker you would like to hear. And it's based around residential cleaning. And then on Wednesday, that's actually going to be held where the classrooms are. And that's where I'm giving the full presentation and giving you all of the specifics on branding and social media and the way that I got into some of the vacation rentals and things that are a little bit more extensive.
So if you haven't registered, you need to, and it's really easy. Just go to the issa.com website, follow the links, and there's all kinds of buttons. You click on register and it'll take you to this page. I dropped that link in chat, and I've got a, let's see. A discount code, 10% off. Made Central is able to score a discount code for us. If you enter this code, and I'm dropping that in chat as well,
Nice.
10335, you'll get 10% off the registration fee. Can't beat that.
Very helpful. Very helpful. And this whole conference is packed with so many different opportunities, especially when the floor room starts. One thing I would suggest is make sure you wear flats and make sure you bring some additional bags if you want to take some things home. Like, it is overwhelming amount of freebies. And if you have children, or I brought a lot of stuff back to our staff. So just be prepared for that. I remember walking into the conference last year and being like, wow, I'm such a small fish in a big pond. But what's so cool about ISSA, the residential cleaning, basically network and community of people, is so strong, and they're so helpful and so friendly and so welcoming. Make sure that that's one of the first things that you do. There's always residential meetups to where you could meet other cleaning business owners and see, like, what seminars are you going to? What booth did you go to? Are there any products? I remember finding vacuum cleaners and products and things like that through the help of other business cleaning owners. And I think it's just really cool to be able to network with someone that does what you do and has the troubles that you have and have the headaches that you have, and just being able to meet and to greet and to have those relationships. I know that I've upheld some of the relationships. Anytime someone comes to Nashville that was at the ISSA conference, they always link up with me, and it's just nice to have a community. So
it is, and it's meeting in person, which I think is undervalued, in 2025.
absolutely.
we started working. We started ARCSI back in like 2003, and if you can imagine, in 2003 there was no Facebook, so
Mhm.
there were no smartphones. They haven't invented the iPhone by then. So it was really a lonely thing, and being able to get together in person was about the only thing you could really do to network. It's a little bit different now with social media and everything, but the relationships you build by meeting people face to face is
Mhm.
unique, and it's a lot more value added. And these are the relationships when you go back home and you're running your business, you can
Mhm.
lean into these people, and they're going to lean into you too. But you can grow your business together with the people that you meet at a show like this.
Absolutely. And maybe, get that light in or that tidbit to where you can scale. You might be at that point to where like, hey, I'm stuck at 1 million and I want to get up to 3 million. I want to get up to 4 million. I know just in the seminar that I'm giving so many different like direct tips with social media, with branding, with things that I do, anything from residential over to commercial over to construction. And I'm going to give that whole platform of all these divisions in case somebody says, hey, I want to get over into vacation rental business like Allie did with the Divas and see where that goes in my community. So I feel like you're going to leave with a lot of good knowledge outside of the amazing relationships that you're going to make.
So your presentation is going to be about your story, your journey to, I mean, you've got a really large business and two branches and two different states. You're
Yes.
gonna share that?
Yes, yes, yes. And so I have a team of 85 in 2 states, and we've been very fortunate to have scaled the business 10x it from 300,000 to 3 million in 3 years. A lot of that success came from the vacation rental business and staying consistent. If you follow any of my social media platforms, I would love for you to. I'm Southern Domestic Diva on Instagram, Allie Williamson on LinkedIn. Our Southern Diva cleaning page is on Instagram as well. But you can see there that I have a following of about 30,000 over all 3 platforms. And that is something that I have been really committed to, probably more than a normal CEO of a cleaning company for the past 11 years. So through being committed to putting out that consistent content, and not just consistent content, the same content over all platforms, I have a different content that goes on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all of them, and they all speak of the Diva brand. And because of that consistency with the social media and showing up time after time and sharing my journey, that has led to a lot of our success, a lot of our referrals and things of that nature. And so I'm going to be sharing tips with that if you're not comfortable with social media, because I get that a lot. Like, Hallie, I don't love to just jump on social media and tell exactly what I'm doing, what I'm eating, and show myself working out. So I'm going to give you some tips around doing that. And then I'm also going to have basically a platform that will help you figure out if you're having a hard time with branding or your branding's not just catching on in whatever market you're on. We're going to take a deep dive into branding and see like, what is your superpower? Is it, networking with your community involvement and joining the Chamber of Commerce's and attending events, or is it having somebody behind the scenes? So it'll be very hands-on and really dive into this amazing platform that we have, that's social media, and it's free for us. So it's something that you can really spend some time on and dive in, and it can make a big difference in your company. So yeah, I see that you're right here on our Southern Diva cleaning page, which is our normal cleaning page. As you can see, our divas dress in red. They drive red vehicles, red mop buckets. Everything is very, very precise with my branding, from the logo on the pecan pie of the diva all the way to my uniforms. Even if you were to walk on a construction site, red hard hats, red vest, all of the things. So that consistency, I believe, is a lot of what has shown a lot of results with my success. Our clients actually call our workers divas and divos versus cleaners. So there's a lot of little tidbits that I feel like will definitely help you on your journey.
Here's a picture of part of your team.
Yes,
So
and this 30-second quote, that is something I picked up from the ISSA conference last year. Maids and More is a cleaning company out of Texas, and Holly is the owner of that company. And she has just become a really close friend of mine. And I'm telling you, she has shared everything with me, from how to add my quotes online to how she runs her financial spreadsheets. That's what I'm telling you, is the wealth of knowledge that you're going to get from the relationships you make. It is worth tenfold of the cost of the conference. And now you have your 10% off as well. So it's very worth it. And I did want to mention in my presentation, I might be giving away some free pecan pies.
I was gonna say, so are you gonna
Yeah.
like be giving away pies, or are you gonna be like sharing servings at your presentation?
Maybe I'll do both. And so that's what we typically do with the serving, is we have like little cups and we put little taste of pecan pie in it. So we could have that set up, and then I can give away some pecan pies. We also have Diva candles. I wrote a cookbook 3 years ago, so I can give away a few cookbooks. I like to make it interactive and fun, just to where we keep everybody engaged. And I'm very diva, so everything I do is over the top. I can't do anything normal.
You're the CED, Chief
Yeah,
Executive Diva.
I say it takes a lot to be the CED. I guess, as a business owner, I feel like we have a little bit of crazy. All of us have a little bit of crazy in us, but the diva allows me to have a little more.
Well, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to seeing you, and I'm looking forward to seeing a whole lot of other cleaning business owners who are going to be out. Again, the show, actually, the education starts on the 10th, and the trade show floor opens on the 11th all the way through the 13th. It's at Mandalay Bay, which is really a cool location. The trade show floor is huge. The advice of wearing comfortable shoes, please wear comfortable shoes. You're gonna be glad you did. It's easy to register. Register right here. I dropped that link in chat. I shared the discount code for 10% off. And I can't find my mouse, but we can handle this. It's 10335. Write that down when you register into the code. It'll save you 10%. You want to get your hotel room now too, because it's Vegas and it's crowded, and it's gonna be busy. So you want to jump on it early.
Yep. And be on the lookout too. I haven't heard yet, but they typically have like a little party for some of the residential cleaning business owners. So definitely, if you see this and you see me there, come up and introduce yourself. I would love to meet you, and we can kind of get our agenda set up of where the best education is, and where we need to go for all the good freebies.
There you go. There'll be plenty of those.
Oh yeah, and the robots, that's the coolest part. If you are into like the advancement in the AI of the technology of cleaning, you're going to see some really cool stuff. And I was posting last year videos of robots, and my workers were like, "Don't buy those, Miss Allie, they'll replace us." The point is to get a building large enough to where we need a robot and a cleaner. So just goals, just very cool to see the advancement of AI and where it's going to take us to. I can't wait to see that part of the conference. But Tom, this has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
It was awesome, and the pleasure is all mine. Allie, I look forward to meeting you in November, or seeing you in November, and we're going to have a lot of fun in Vegas.
Sounds great. Maybe not too much fun. And what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, other than the good tips we learn.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to call this a wrap.
Okay.
Allie, thanks again. We'll see you in a few months.
See y'all in Vegas.
Bye-bye.